Hi, everybody. It's Jane Johnston with the Briar Hill Group at RE/MAX, host of Vancouver Island Time. I'm here with RE/MAX Realtors from our preferred RE/MAX referral group across Canada. Everybody, how about you tell us where you are from and what brokerage you're with? Stephen, why don't you start?
Hi, everyone. My name is Stephen Lau with RE/MAX Real Estate in Edmonton. I serve the Edmonton and greater area, and I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Hi, I am Teresa Whitmore from Ottawa. I have just moved over to RE/MAX affiliates. Been selling real estate for 30 years. Happy to be here.
Awesome. And Laura June.
I'm Laura June. I'm with RE/MAX Little Oak Realty in fabulous Surrey, British Columbia, the Lower Mainland, serving all of the Fraser Valley. Been a realtor for 15 years.
Okay, awesome. Well, I've been a realtor for 14 years, and I find it's a transformative time in the market right now. I've gone through a few ups and downs. Just wondering, how's the market in your areas? Why don't we start with Laura June?
Oh, it's hot right now in the Fraser Valley, and it really depends what area you're in. But what we are seeing in most product and in most areas, we're seeing multiple offers. There is a big listing shortage right now. We're down about 10% overall where we should be. So we're definitely moved into that seller's market territory. So if anyone's considering making a move, the time is now. We're also having challenges with the condo market that we'll discuss a little later, I think. But there's a shortage. We need a lot of condos. We need to get the people into the market, and it's those starter units, and we need to do something, definitely.
Okay, Teresa.
The Ottawa market really mirrors Laura's market, quite frankly. There's a real shortage of housing here. Our market, both in condos and in single-family homes, went up by 21% this year. We're seeing constant agents holding offers for a week, so you have multitude of offers. I tried to sell a condo last week that sold for $120,000 over the list price. So it's crazy here. People are afraid to sell their current homes because they don't know where they're going to go if they do sell their homes. So it's a seller's market, not so much a buyer's market in Ottawa, unfortunately. So I'm hoping that's going to turn around soon.
Okay, and Stephen.
Edmonton is an interesting bag. Sales are up from last year slightly, but our prices have gone down. So sales volume up, prices still went down, which is kind of strange. The average single-family home sold for an average of $426,000, and that's about a 0.57% decrease from last year. We're facing headwinds coming up with the oil downturn, the coronavirus, and worldwide demand for oil pretty much dropping precipitously. So it'll be interesting times, good for young families who have stable jobs to buy right now. Interest rates are low, and it's a strong buyer's market in Edmonton and Alberta generally.
Okay, well, in Victoria here, we still have a strong seller's market. We actually are coming out of a lull from 2 years. So the market was fairly flat. Average sale price of a home in Victoria was $976,000. Just across the bridge in Vic West, it's $716 for the 6-month average. And the median price is around the same, which shows me that we're in a fairly steady market price-wise. If you want to live in Oak Bay, though, you're going to have to pay a bit more at $1,395,000 of the 6-month average, but the median price there is $1.210. And then if you want affordable living, you can move to the West Shore. In Langford, the average price is $745,000, and in Colwood, it's about, let me just see here, $748,000. It used to be a lot less expensive to live on the West Shore. Now it's more in line with what's happening in downtown Victoria as it develops. So what are trends that you're seeing in your own market, you guys? How about we start with you, Laura June? You have an interesting thing happening with the condo market also happening here in Victoria.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing, all right. Right now, stratas are struggling to obtain strata insurance. So what that's seeing, as a result is we are having offers collapse. We're seeing a lot of that in the market. Again, it's an individual sort of strata. It's not even neighborhood to neighborhood. It's a strata to strata situation. If everyone, if you have your ducks in a row and you are living in a condo, that's fantastic. What I'm doing is literally posting that in my listings and letting people know, like, we are insured up until December of 2020. That's helping with offers. Otherwise, offers are collapsing. It's a catch-22. If you cannot receive your condo insurance, you obviously can't qualify for a mortgage.
Something that people often don't tend to do right away. Like I always say, we have an accepted offer next steps letter. And I always say, do this, because don't leave it to the last minute.
Oh yeah, and I suspect that we are going to see a few of these down the road where you're coming towards completion and banks are pulling the plug at the last minute, and that would be catastrophic. As you know, that creates a whole domino effect. So it's a lot to do with the underwriters who are not able to, these units, their cost has now reached a level where an insurer requires 2, 3, 4 different underwriters to cover all the different components of the insurance. And so even if the top tier guy says, yes, we'll give you insurance, it's the underwriters who are saying we're unable to do it. So there's a lot of negotiations going on. And I do think that one of the solutions will be, we'll have to see even some of these big stratas that are newer buildings. They're in great shape. There's nothing wrong with them, but they may have to split into smaller stratas just to be able to obtain insurance. So that's going to definitely impact things until that gets sorted out. Please, BC government, step in and do something quickly. That's all I ask.
Okay, Stephen, what about you? What's happening?
Well, single family homes, we're sitting on the market for 71 days on average. So we have quite a polar opposite from what you guys have. We have tons of inventory. Now, interestingly enough, Edmonton is a very sprawled out city. So we're not bound by the mountains or the ocean. So there's tons of land. So the builders keep building, and it really affects the resale market. If you have a home for sale that's within 10 minutes drive of these outskirt communities, your prices are really very vulnerable. So short of the houses that are near the downtown core, the outskirts are really suffering and prices are still sliding. And with the oil prices and the markets being this unstable, I see a lot of consumer lack of confidence. But if you have the financial wherewithal, the interest rates being this low, really great time to buy.
It's funny, our average days on market has gone down from about 60 days to about 35. Wow. Yeah. Okay, Teresa.
Actually, our days on market here for residential homes has gone down to 30 days, like yours, Jane. And for condos, 19 days.
Wow.
It's not unusual here to see, because you have to wait for a status certificate, right? So that's the only reason things are held up even longer, because they'd likely be sold in 7 days, because they hold an offer for a week and then they're sold. And some buyers aren't even waiting for a status certificate to come. They're just saying, I'm just going to go with it because I might not get it. Otherwise. The average residential home in Ottawa is now $565,000. The average condo is $350,000. But quite frankly, I haven't found too many condos at $350,000. These are board stats. Townhomes are selling for $400,000, $450,000 for a townhome. I read yesterday in Toronto that condos are selling for more money than single family homes. So I don't know what's going on here. It's getting crazy, right? So buyers just have to be ready. No sellers want to move from their home because they don't have another home to go into. If they sell their home, there's this pent up supply of a demand of people looking for a home. But if they put their houses on the market, what do I sell them instead? Where do they go?
Yeah.
So Ottawa told us that we cannot be doing Airbnb rentals here, by nights, by a couple days, whatever, any longer. And I'm hoping that with all of those properties that people bought as investment properties that they were using as Airbnbs, it will change the market here a little bit. And some of those houses will come on the market for that, to help alleviate that huge pent up demand that is there. So fingers crossed. I'm worried about what the spring will hold, because stuff is coming on now. Agents are talking about stuff that isn't going to be listed until May, even come onto the MLS until May, but posting it in our pages to say, but if you want to go and show it now, go and show it now. So even those things that you think are going to not come on for months and months, I guess, if the seller gets the right price, they're like, why not? Let's sell it. We'll stay in a hotel if we have to, if we get the price that we want. I did an offer last week on a townhome, and I came in at $35,000 over price with no conditions, and it sold for $120,000 more than the list price. How do you compete with that?
What is a status certificate?
A status certificate for a condo is, it tells you, are the bills paid up? Is there enough money in the fund if they have to put a new roof on or new windows on or whatever? That's what we call it in Ottawa. And the condominium corporation holds you up for 10 days, and they'll hold it right till the 10th day before they do it, before you'll have it. So you need to have that, or you should have that before you're buying something, because if there's some lawsuit or if there's some ing, you don't know about that if you don't have that status certificate. So it's a slippery slope for agents to have people go put an offer in without asking for a status certificate. Some agents now are going ahead and getting the status certificate so that when an offer comes in, it's not held up for that 10 days. And it's like, here it is, I already paid the $100 and I have it. It's money well spent, and it shows your service as a realtor, shows that you are professional having that ahead of time.
Yeah, we do that.
Yeah, it's called a Form B certificate here in British Columbia. And same thing, I know Jane does it as well, that when we list, we order that prior to it hitting the market, so that therefore you're not holding it up waiting for something like that. Sure, yeah. Because people should know when they write the offer what they're writing an offer on.
Yeah,
exactly.
It also tells if there's been any special assessments over the past 5 years, or if there are any planned, or if there's any money in the contingency that's going to be put towards any special assessments.
Special assessments, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what that's for.
It's funny how the terminology changes, right?
Yeah, but it's the same thing.
Okay, well, here in Victoria, the trend is definitely moving from a very flat market to more of a seller's market. I've been managing to get in just as houses have been listed and getting my clients accepted offers. I do find having the tool of a letter to the sellers telling the sellers why my clients should buy this house, and explaining just a relationship between the buyers and the house and what they're going to be doing with it going forward. I think a lot of sellers, it's an emotional sale, selling a home, so they're quite happy to receive a letter knowing someone's going to be taking care of it. Okay, so any hot listings coming up?
I have a great one coming up in the South Surrey area, just a few blocks north of that 16th Avenue White Rock divider line. It's, most people lump that all together, but there is an actual dividing line, and that plays an impact with taxes. Mostly it has to do with your taxes. There is a big difference between whether you're in Surrey or in White Rock. But I have a great condo coming up. It's not for the faint of heart. It's beautiful. It's high end, all the bells and whistles. It's a one in a den. It's 850 square feet. We're looking at listing it. We haven't nailed down a price yet, but it'll be around the 600 mark. And it's for somebody who's downsizing from that White Rock area, who wants to remain in that area. Walkability scores are high. It's just one of those ones that I know is going to fly right off the shelf. So
awesome. It's the same thing here. We call it the Oak Bay Junction. So depending on which side of the junction you're at, you're either in Oak Bay or Victoria, and it's more expensive on one side of the street than the other. Right. Okay, Stephen, do you have an awesome listing coming up?
I have some university listings coming. It's an interesting split level condo. It's in a 4-story building, but it's kind of split level. And it's about $350,000. So it's great walking distance to University of Alberta. So if you have any clients who are sending their kids to University of Alberta, it'd be a great choice for them to stay put there for a few years and not pay rent.
To me, that seems like a great market to focus on, because it's going to be turning over consistently year to year, right?
Yeah, that's true. I have my sign out there and I get listings just because my signs are everywhere. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, Teresa.
I have one that's right down in Sandy Hill, which is perfect location. Sandy Hill is right downtown Ottawa, so it's really close, walking distance to Ottawa U. It is walking distance to Parliament Hill. It's a 2-bedroom. It's a lower unit, but it has been completely done, top to bottom. Everything's new, kitchens, bathrooms, everything's new. We had it on last year. We didn't get it sold for a couple of different reasons, but I'm having it back on. My clients are relisting it with me, and it will be around the 420 range. So I'm thinking that this year I'll likely get competing offers, and I won't be sitting on it this year for a couple of months.
Awesome. Well, that is a great compliment to you that people are relisting with you once again.
Thank you.
Okay, so
what have you got, Jane?
Oh yeah, I always forget. I've got a house coming on. It's in the Cedar Hill area, which is right by a golf course in kind of central Saanich, Victoria area. Saanich is one of our busiest areas within the 13 municipalities that are comprised of the Greater Capital Regional District. It's 2,400 square feet. It's a 1970s BC box special, 3 beds up top, 1 bed down, and you could easily suite it. It's on city water and sewer and backing right onto the golf course, and the price for that is going to be $799, and it is going to fly off the shelves because of the location. So, and the sellers are 94 years old and have lived there about 47 years. Isn't that amazing?
Oh,
they're taking great care of it. So, all right. Well, thank you, everybody. As we close out, why don't you tell us who you are, what brokerage you're with, and what your contact information is, please. Why don't we start with you, Stephen?
Hi, Stephen Lau with Remax Real Estate in Edmonton. My phone number is 780-905-8282. My website is edmontonhomepros.ca, and I serve the greater Edmonton area. Thanks.
Awesome. Teresa?
Hi, I am Teresa Whitmore. I am with Remax Affiliates. I just moved over there. I serve the entire Ottawa region. I've been a realtor for 30 years. Yes, I'm very old. And you can reach me at on my phone at 613-899-4776. And my website is teresawhitmorehomes.com.
Great. Laura June?
I'm Laura June from Remax Little Oak Realty in Surrey, British Columbia. I service the entire Fraser Valley. Best number to reach me on is my cell, 604-351-8977. And my email is laurajune@remax.net. My website is currently under construction. I have some big news coming in the next week or two here. I'm actually partnering up with somebody. So we have some changes happening at Laura June Real Estate, which are really exciting. We're going to be able to better serve my clients here in the Fraser Valley. Super excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. Watch for us.
Okay, and I'm Jane Johnston with the Briar Hill Group at Remax Camosun here in Victoria, British Columbia. And you can reach me at www.briarhillgroup.com, and my cell number is 250-744-0775. And if you want to know what's going on in all the neighborhoods of Victoria, check us out at vancouverislandtime.com. Okay, everybody, have a great day. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care from the Brady Bunch. Bye.